So this is a BK1 3.8 liter manual transmission car, and I've been using it to develop this jumper harness for the Haltech Elite 2500 ECU. So recently I've gotten the sheet metal feature worked out so that this whole unit kind of drops into the stock location real nice. I'll show you that in a minute, but again, this is an Elite 2500. This is Haltech's HPI 6. This is what we use to run the coils on the car. And then, of course, the jumper harness itself. So, give me just a minute. I will show you how this guy drops into the car. So, maybe a couple things first. We will be using the internal map sensor to the ECU. We're running real low on I/O left in this ECU to run this car, but there is enough to run still a flex fuel sensor, boost control, and then also input your wideband O2 signal, the 0 to 5 volt signal from like an AEM gauge or something, so that the ECU knows air-fuel ratio, and you can implement some safety strategies in the tune to help protect you that way. So that's a good idea. So yeah, there's just enough left to do wideband, boost control, and a flex fuel sensor. Seems like lots of people are interested in doing flex fuel these days, so you can still do that. There's enough pins left. So yeah, let's have a look and see how this thing drops in. Give me just a minute and I'll get this camera set up so that I have hand free. Right. This guy. Drops in just like that. Okay. Put a screw in here. It's kind of cold out here this morning. I envy all of you living in the warmer states. Okay, so there's how she sits, and then the 3D printed connectors, they still have all the keys in them and stuff, so you can't plug the harness in incorrectly. But just to show you what that looks like, this one goes here. Okay. And then the other one, I flipped it around so the connector sits like this. Here, click, just like stock. Okay, so that's where those sit, just like that. And then the ECU, I flipped it over, so you can't see the wires, which I think is kind of nice. You kind of only see this here. And then the second reason is your tuner is going to be excited because he's just got to pop the hatch on the ECU and get to right here. To connect to the ECU to do all your tuning and whatnot, so it's pretty easy for him. If it was flipped the other way, it'd be a lot harder to get to. So that's why it's sitting like it does. Then of course it clears the bottom of the hood just fine. And yeah, so that's how it sits. And if you're interested in something like this, if you want a jumper harness for your car, like I said, we've got the 3.8 manual transmission cars worked out. That's what's sitting here right now. I will be working on the auto transmission jumper harness next. I'm looking for a development car. I've been talking with somebody that's offered to be a development car. He is at distance though, so it would take a little bit longer to, you know, if something was needed to be changed or whatnot, to get that figured out. But I'm actively looking for an auto 3.8 BK1 that's closer to me to do that development work. But until then, the manual transmission jumper harness is worked out, and